I'm back. The troll hunt is back. What am I going to do during this event? Honestly, it came around real fast this time. But I'm going to show you, walk you through what I'm doing and what my plans are, because I wasn't even able to do everything I wanted at the time, and now it's all confused. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Let's get to the video. Hi guys, Griber here, and this is a Knighthood video. In this video, I'm going over the troll hunt with you. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my knight right now. If you can't tell, I got these awesome, like black wings. I pulled them in the customization chest. I love them. I absolutely love them. Like, what's the other one I have? I love this one too, the Eternal Shield. That's cool. And this one, I think I'm going to just dismantle and get some of this money out of it. In fact, I'll do that now just so I can have some cash. But let's see. How do we approach this? First of all, I'll go to the backpack, dismantle this, because a lot of these like decorative things, the back things, when you dismantle them, you get a good little sum of change, especially if they're unique. So I keep the two that I like. Everything else I just dismantle and keep the cash. All right, so in any case, there are a lot of charms that I have pending, and I will show you why I'm not working on them in that way right now. I'm trying to get my weapons focused into one direction. So, for example, my Myth Cleaver, that one, for those of you who are not familiar with any of my Knighthood stuff, that I'm gearing towards acid, meaning I want it to lay down acid and I want it to do more damage versus acid. Now you see that it's blinking that there's going to be another charm, a unique charm that I could add, which would be plus 50% against enemies that have burn applied to them. I'm not going to put that there because I'd rather keep the 40% and have two 40% there, plus 80% damage, versus acid than just having one 40% acid and then 150% burn, because this blade is laying down acid, 45% chance to lay down acid on chain attacks, and then an ultimate attack that is plus 120% versus damage. So I'm keeping that unique on the side until I can figure out what I want to do with it. My hammer right now is all about stun and crit. So we have crit chance on the chain attacks, we have crit chance on the chain attacks, we have crit damage on the chain attacks, and then on the ultimate attack, 90% chance to stun. Absolutely love it. I'm almost like, I almost regret, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there, and I'll get to the event in a minute, but I'm kind of like going off the top here. I almost regret upgrading my acid over my stun weapon. So the Myth Cleaver is acid focused, acid based, do more damage. However, stun, no matter the game, this game, DC Legends, Raid Shadow Legends, pick one. When you can stun the enemy, it's a huge benefit because then they're not going to come back at you. So maybe I should have put more resources into the Myth Breaker earlier, but I'm already just 3 levels away from maxing out my Myth Cleaver. This one is at level 55, so I can still use it. It's still viable, and that stun does loom large, so I'm just going to hold off on doing anything else with that. Now here is where we have, you see I've already removed one of the charms from here. You have Fury, then I have Expose and Expose. So now the chances for Expose are plus 80% on those chain attacks, which means that it's going to weaken them. They take 35% more damage, and then the Fury on the other side increases my damage by 35%. So I have a 50% chance on chain attacks for me to get Fury, actually 90% total. Fury chance on chain start attacks is 90%. And then Expose is 80 and 80. Now if I go over here, we have, now here's a question for you guys, and you guys let me know what you think. Should I put like an extra crit damage charm here so that attack is heavier, or should I put another Fury or an Exposed charm there? I'm tempted to put a crit damage charm here. Critical damage on chain attacks is plus 80. So if you've already got Fury, right, and I already have them exposed, then adding crit damage on the end of that, that's nice. Now Myth Piercer is way down the line for me, so I'm not worried about it now. So we'll just leave that there. Now also what you'll notice is my armor, I had to put Golem for the body. This event, this troll event, as we finally get to that, is trolls and golems. I don't know why. I don't know why. Golems hit me so much harder than trolls do. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm sure there's something in the game that I just haven't investigated yet that makes it as such, but I was not. Oh no, it's closed. I wanted to go to the portal for you guys. I'm sure there is something in that event or something in there that says this is why golems hit harder than trolls, regardless of what the armor setup is. But I did have to go ahead and amend my armor so that, put it this way, as it is right now, as it is currently constructed, I have golem on my body, so I'm able to get through level 55 of the event. Even though I don't have, if I'm looking at it right now, I have no troll armor. There's no troll armor there, and the trolls are not my worry whatsoever. So I can get through the event, focusing mainly on, in terms of a defensive perspective, having all of my mythic armor set to deal with golems. With trolls, I don't have to worry about it. And here's the thing, and here's the other issue. Now, as I said with my weapon, we're going to ignore the charms for a minute. What I actually did here, when I tuned it, was to put golem and troll on the side. That took 2 of those tuning forks, and then I had to use 1 more, which was my last one, on the body. So here's as it stands. Those tuning forks and everything to attune the weapons and the armor are so scarce that I'm trying to limit myself to only doing the bare minimum of tuning when it comes down to dealing with the events. Because and this happened to me in the previous event, Dark Tour. Once I just did everything to deal with the cult, and let me actually put on something like entertaining in the background so you don't just hear me like rambling. Once I did something with the occult, when I did with the occult, and I'm trying to remember who the other ones were. Was it Beast? I can't even remember. Anyway, when I tuned it all to deal with them, then that puts me at a deficit when trying to deal with other areas of the game, other PvE areas of the game. We can go here maybe. See, we have golem and troll. Golem and troll. So we'll go ahead and attack them. But that put me at a detriment to where I could not do other parts of the game because everything was geared towards the cult and trying to deal with the cult. So when I had to deal with other enemies, they were able to whoop because I was susceptible to their attacks, right? So let's go ahead and just move this into, I can't even do this in auto, can I? Boo. Can I take care of him? Yep, we'll get rid of you real quick. Knock you out. We like that. We like to see it. So in my view, if you're going to be geared now, and here's the thing too, because I can't assume that everybody's at the same level as I am. Maybe you're higher, maybe you're lower. For me, only putting the body piece, and that is my knight is at level 60. All of my armor, within the last week, all of my armor is now at level 60. And my weapon is at level 57. My highest weapon is at level 57. So that means that if your armor is a bit lower, if you have mythic armor, then you're having to reduce you might have to use more of the armor, put more of the armor towards the golem. Trolls just don't do that damage. As a matter of fact, as I'm looking at it now, and in fact, this might be like a good kind of like a good measure so that you can see. Banyani, what's up? This might be a good measure for you to see how much more damage that these golems will do to me than the trolls will. So let's go ahead and do this. Boom. And that's with me tuning my armor to them. So we'll go ahead and get to the next wave very, very quickly. I'll let you know about that, and then I'll let you know about the three maybe heroes. 3 maybe heroes for the troll hunt event. Man, they go down. Only thing I can think of is that the trolls were, like the golems were introduced later and they made them a little bit tougher in one way or another because they, just like with the goblins, something about my setup. All right, so here we go. Something about my setup is that golems and goblins hit me so much harder than anything else. Cult hits hard too, but only those little dudes with the needles that hit under armor. All right, so let's go ahead and do Banyani. Banyani is one of the troll hunters. Troll hunter. Awesome show, by the way. Totally underrated. Is one of the troll hunt. I'm gonna hit this guy because I'm trying to be sure that you guys see the golem hit me, because you'll notice a huge difference. Well, anyway, I'm tuned. My armor is tuned to deal with his attack, and he still does more damage than the trolls ever will. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, Banyani is one of the troll hunt heroes. He's part of that event. When I first got him, it was last year during this event. And I have to say, at the beginning, I was very, very disappointed in him. Like, Gaber off rip, Gaber's better. Like, as a 1-star, Gaber is far better than Banyani. I got Banyani now up to 3-star, and he is much better. He performs much better than he did before. So let's go ahead and go to him. And another who's part of this event. Ooh, and I think I'll go ahead and take out this one later. Let's go ahead and go to it. So we'll go into Banyani. Banyani 3, and I'm about to take him 4 as soon as I can open up a couple more chests. But, so, Banyani, on his abilities, 6-punch Bonanza, deals X amount of damage to your current target. The best part about that, though, is expose. Now, it is a lot of damage. You like it, awesomeness. But expose also then makes all of your other attacks hit harder, because 35% more damage for 3 turns. And then High Scream distributes between 53k and 94k damage across all enemies and dispels enemy buffs, which the buffs thing I did ignore. But here's the thing. I run Banyani and Geber together all the time, and I used to use Banyani's rage power a lot because it would wipe out waves, and it's very good at wiping out waves. I've transitioned more into using Geber's because that puts down acid as well, which makes my Myth Cleaver work better. But his rage ability is legit. Now let's go back into another another hero that I liked, because I got her during this event, and then she was always there, always there. I had to use her all the time. That is Eileen. Eileen, base power, Sledgehammer, deals 12k to 13k, 14k damage to your current target. She hits hard as hell, and then deals between 7 and 12k damage to all enemies and chance to expose. Now, that ability, granted, is dwarfed by what Banyani can do. Fair enough. However, before I had Banyani at a level where I could use him, she and Garen were the 2 AoE damage dealers I was using, and they were doing the damn thing, at least at the level where I was at that time. And truth be told, she was so good at that point. Plus, I love the skin. The skin is awesome. She was so good at that point that I'm still tempted to take her level 60 as time goes by. And let me see what she's at right now, actually. Let's see. We got enough Drop of Patience. We got enough Maverick Tomes. I mean, should I go ahead and bump Eileen up to level 55? I mean, I don't have any. I mean, I have Queen Krita. And I will go into Queen Krita even though she is not a troll hunter. Although maybe she is part of the troll hunt event. Is she a troll hunt hero? Somebody else let me know down there. But I'll give you Queen Krita. We had an event with her not too long ago, a couple months ago, where she was introduced. And Call to Arms, which I have been using, actually, but not in the troll hunt event. I've been using it in the Onslaught dungeon. But deals 5 to 6k in damage. Of course, she's only level 55, so take that into account. To enemies on the front row. Feels rage by 50%. That is nice. That is very, very nice. Especially if you're, for example, my Champion's Gauntlet, fully realized, right? Max level. Now, whenever I do any punches or any attacks with the Champion Gauntlet equipped, then the rage meter, then the heroes themselves, their base powers come around faster. So Banyani, all I have to do is 3 hits and I'm already there using his base hero power. If Queen Krita's in, I think it's like 4 or 5 hits, then I'm already using her base ability, which is then giving me 50% more rage and expose on the enemies in the front line, and then damage across all enemies 30 to 52k on her rage power. Looking at this again, I am tempted, if I'm having to choose between Queen Krita and Eileen. Queen Cretus already at level 55. Eileen on that sledgehammer attack. It just does damage on that base ability and then expose on all enemies. Now, we do like the expose on all enemies, but I think I'm going to have to lean with Queen Krita over her. And I mean, you guys are saying, obviously, obviously, obviously. That's not so obvious, because I will tell you this, just as an anecdote, and then I'll call it a video. Ayako should be unique. Ayako is a legendary that should be a unique hero because he is an absolute beast. I'm not going to go through all the abilities and everything because the videos aren't really about them. But Ayako should be unique. So just because it's a legendary doesn't mean that they can't be better than the unique hero. Keep that in mind. Anyway, those are a couple of the heroes that I'm going to be using during Troll Hunt. Next video, I'm going to try to go into the villains. I should have went ahead and recorded that. That's my fault. I messed up on that. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.